Now, it's not the second coming, but a Canadian filmmaker and amateur archaeologist says he's discovered a first-century Christian burial site which he claims could hold the remains of Jesus' disciples. Using cameras installed on robotic arms, Simcha Jacobovici photographed a burial chamber which lies underneath a Jerusalem apartment block. The limestone burial caskets carry Christian inscriptions, including what could be a portrayal of Jonah and the whale. This latest discovery is just 200 feet from a site which Mr. Jacobovici controversially declared to be the tomb of Jesus himself only 5 years ago. Well, earlier I spoke to the journalist Matthew Kalman in Jerusalem, a long-time observer of the saga. I put it to him, this was a pretty bold claim.
Yes, it is. And it's not the first time we've heard that from these particular people. The filmmaker Simcha Jacobovici and James Tabor of the University of North Carolina told us in 2007 that a tomb that had actually been excavated 25 or 30 years ago contained a series of burial boxes inscribed with names like Mary and Joseph and even Jesus, the son of Joseph. And they dubbed this the Jesus family tomb. What they've now done is that they've explored another tomb just 200 feet away. They weren't able to get inside this one, but using robotic cameras and probes, they were able to look inside it. And they say that it contains ossuaries or burial boxes with early Christian iconography that show that these may be the tombs of the disciples.
Well, one doesn't want to be irreverent or disrespectful, but it does feel like a scene out of the life of Brian.
Yes, and there have also been comparisons made to Indiana Jones, of course, as there always are when discoveries of this kind have been made. But the filmmakers here are quite adamant that they have unearthed the earliest ever depictions of Christian iconography inside a tomb dating back to the 1st century, whereas before the kind of pictures that they found, which are pictures of fish and what appears to be Jonah coming out of a fish, until now were not known until the 3rd or 4th century.
Well, I mean, if I were a filmmaker, I think, well, I'd have a tomb, yes, and then great. A few years later, let's find an anteroom, and even better, let's find all the names we know of that ever had anything to do with Jesus Christ. And hey, presto, there they all are in one happy family tomb. It's jolly hard to believe.
It is hard to believe, and already since this was unveiled yesterday, they've already come under attack from other scholars and other experts. These are the same people who a year ago told us they'd found the nails of the crucifixion. And this latest find is being treated with immense scepticism by the scholarly archaeological community.
Well, come on, comfort me. Find me somebody who is of great credibility, who says, yes, indeed, this is the crown jewels of Christianity.
I'm afraid I can't comfort you like that. James Tabor is a respected scholar of biblical studies, but so far the archaeological scholarly world are lining up against the discovery that was announced yesterday.